To begin proceedings, there's some special awards for Waqar-e Amal. The first prizes were, as you know, awarded at National Ijtima. Sadr Sahab has kindly said that we can present the second and third prizes today. So first of all, can I request for third place for the best Waqar-e Amal region in the south, can I ask the regional guide of Islamabad region to please come up and take an award? Second place for Southern Region's Waqar-e Amal Award goes to Tahir region. Please can I ask the Nazim Waqar-e Amal or the regional guide to please come forward and take an award. I did hear you. Now for the northern regions, third place for best region for Waqar-e Amal goes to Scotland region. Please can I ask the regional guide of Scotland to please come and take his award. आ रहे हैं sorry. guys साहब आप स्कॉटलैंड से आ रहे हैं क्या? And second place for the Waqar-e Amal Award for Best Region for the North goes to the Northwest region. Please can I ask the regional guide of Northwest to please come forward. Now, as is traditional, we will be presenting some awards for Khuddam, members of Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya who are turning Ansar, who have made a significant contribution to Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya. Obviously, we do our Khuddam work, we do our Jamaat work for the sake of Allah, but it's only right, especially local and regional members who've sacrificed a lot of time and put a lot of effort into local and regional work especially, it's only right that they are recognized in this way. First of all, I'd request Asif Iqbal Sab from Baitul Futuh region to please come forward. He's a current guide of Deer Park and has previously served for 3 years in the regional Amla as Nazim Tarbiyat. Salman Ahmed Ansari from Baitul Futuh, the Naib regional guide for 6 to 7 years. He served under 2 regional guideen. He served as, and also National Mutmim Tarbiyat has commented that he is one of the most regular in his attending Fajr and Isha namaz at the mosque, which is office bearers leading by example. Lake Ahmed from Baitul Futuh. He served as guide Baitul Futuh for 1 year and has served in the regional Amla for 2 years. Zahir Ahmed from Baitul Nur region, currently serving as Nazim Mal and has also served as Naib Guide of Tuting Bek for the last 3 years. Waqar Ahmed Khwaja, also from Baitul Nur, is a long-serving regional Amla member who has served as regional Nazim Talim, Tariq Jadid, Tajneed, also served as local guide of Tuting, Broadway and Upper Mitcham Qiyadats. Mudassir Ahmed Shahid from Baitul Saban. Mudassir Shahid Sahab has served as Naib Qaid for West Croydon and Regional Nazim Amumi. Regional Qaid Sab has commented that Mudassir Sab is also very active and dedicated in Wakari Amal duties and always willing to help transport Khuddam. Ali Ahmed Sab from Bashir region, an extremely humble and down-to-earth, dedicated and popular member who served as Qaid Majlis Reading for 6 years, who served with a real sense of sacrifice. Rana Mohibur Rahman from East region, serving as a local Amla member since the age of 16, initially in Huddersfield, and then served as Naib Qaid of Huddersfield North, Regional Sports Secretary, and also went on to serve as Regional Amumi Secretary. After moving down to the East region, he served as Local Atfal Secretary for Barking and served with distinction for 5 years, then served as Regional Atfal Secretary. Is Mubarak Ahmed Chaudhry Sab still here? Mubarak Ahmed Chaudhry Sab from East Midlands has held a variety of local and regional Amla posts since 1996, including serving as a Naib Qaid for 6 years in Leamington Spa. He served as the Regional Ishad Secretary and joined the National Ishad team at the same time in 2009, where he served as head of the MKA UK Video Production Department. Abdul Basit Bhatti Sab from East Midlands. Abdul Basit Sab, originally from Dundee Qiyadat, was an active Khadim during his time there, served as a Naib Qaid, and when he moved down to East Midlands, he's been serving as Qaid for Coventry Qiyadat. Atif Basharat Sab from Hertfordshire. Atif Sab, after serving for a variety of local and national roles in Spain, Atif Sab has served in MK UK as Qaid of North London, Nazim Mal North London, Nazim Tariq Ajid North London, Regional Talim Hertfordshire, Mutamid Majlis Ghulam Ahmadiyya Luton, and Nazim Amur Taluba Luton. Sadat Ahmed from Hertfordshire, a dedicated Khadim and familiar face to many. He served previously as Qaid of Watford for 4 years, as well as in the Regional Amla for Hertfordshire in the last 8 years. Lutful Islam Sab from Hertfordshire was the Regional Nazim Atfal, as well as Qaid Majlis Watford for 3 years. Lutf Sab also has been Secretary Tabligh for Hearts region and now serves as the President of the Watford Jamaat. Abdul Rauf from Masrur region, first Qaid Majlis of South Meath Qiyadat since November 2014. Before being elected as Qaid Majlis, he was an active member of the Central Amumi team as well. Sharifur Rahman Sab from Middlesex has served as Qaid Majlis of Slough for more than 2 terms under 2 regional Qaideen. They describe him as an exemplary Qaid. He is like a model Qaid for any regional Qaid, is what Mudassir Sab has said. He's extremely polite, humble, and obedient. Ansar Ahmed from Muqami served as Naib Qaid of Clapham, acting Qaid Clapham, and then 2 years as Qaid Majlis Clapham. Dawood Ahmed Luqman from Muqami, serving currently as Naib Mu'tamin Muqami for the last 2 years. He's previously served the Majlis as Qaid of Earlsfield, Qaid of Wandsworth. His Mu'tamim describes him as never saying no to any duty and will always be available 24/7. Naim Sheikh Ahmed. Naim Sab moved to UK after his grandfather was murdered in 2001 in Faisalabad. He started work in the UK as Nazim Amumi in Baitul Futuh. He served as Naib Qaid of Majlis Baitul Futuh, as Qaid of Baitul Futuh, Naib Mu'tamim Atfal UK with Najim Khan Sab, Qaid Majlis Wandsworth Town from 2015 to 2018. Abdul Latif Sami Sab from Northwest. Abdul Latif Sab has served a number of years in Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya in a wide range of roles. He's revolutionized the way the Mal reports, the Mal is reported on for Chanda. Munawwar Luqman Sab from Northwest. He served as Deputy Regional Qaid Regional Wakari Amal, and Regional Khidmat al-Khalq Secretary, and he's possibly one of the Jamaat's best swimmers worldwide, but that's unverified. But certainly a very, very strong swimmer. Muhammad Daud Sab from West Midlands. Muhammad Daud Sab has served 2 terms as local guide in Birmingham West, whilst also serving in the local Jamaat Amla in various capacities. He is an extremely humble, calm, dedicated but effective leader that draws respect through his personal qualities. Rana Maqbool Ahmed from Yorkshire. Dr. Sab has served as Qaid Majlis Scunthorpe for a number of years, having previously served as Qaid within Muqami region. Under his leadership as Qaid, he has achieved many goals, such as winning the Atfal al-Mianami for his qiyadat. He's a loving and caring character who has a lot of love for the Jamaat and Khilafat. Now, this individual has served under 6 others as a Khadim, starting with Ahmed Yahya Sab from the mid-1990s. He served as a Naib Mutamim in 5 different departments. He served as Naib Mutamid MKA. He's served as Naib Mutamim Talim, Naib Mutamim Ishat, Naib Mutamim Tajneed, Qaid Majlis New Malden, when he won 2nd prize Al-Mianami, Naib Mutamim Tabligh, and again Qaid of New Malden. Of course, I'm talking about Masood Malik Sab, who's now residing in East Region. Ziauddin Ahmed from East Region. Zia is a very, very familiar face to all of us. He served as Qaid from 2001, a local Qaid from 2001 to 2004, and as a regional Qaid from 2004 to 2007. He worked as a Naib in the National Atfal Department until 2011. Then he moved to Tabligh and Tarbiyat teams as a Naib Mutamim with Sayyid Zain Khan Sab. He's been a pivotal figure in East Region, and he's been able to mobilize all ages of the Majlis in working towards national initiatives and being able to relate to the younger members. Now, this next individual has served on a consistent basis locally and regionally over a long period of time. He started as the local Mal Secretary in Waltham Forest, served as the local Atfal Secretary, then served as the local Qaid for Waltham Forest for 4 years. Then he served as a regional Wakari Amal Secretary for the East Region, regional Amumi Secretary, Khidmat al-Khalq Secretary, before he then went on to be Deputy Regional Qaid, and then he was the Regional Qaid of the East Region for 5 years. I'm talking about Rizwan Raja Sab. He went on, after Regional Qaid, he went on to serve in the Itamad office and as a Naib in the Tarbiyat department as well. Haziq Rahman. Haziq has served for many years in Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya in a wide range of roles, namely as a local guide, a regional Amla member of both Muqami and more recently Islamabad, and within the national press and media team. Farooq Aftab Sab has kindly sent through some words about him, saying, during my time as Mutamim Muqami, he was my Nazim Tabligh and had a huge passion for Tabligh. He's hardworking and God-fearing and does not shy away from voicing his opinion. Haziq also served as National Secretary Talim in Majlis-e-Shura al-Ahmadiyya, UK, with Najm Khan Sab. In this time, Najm Khan Sab tells us that Majlis-e-Shura al-Ahmadiyya had just taken over the Tarbiyat classes from the Jamaat, and Haziq played a key role in this. Farid Rahman Sab from Masroor. Farid Sab served for many years with distinction within local and regional Amla. Very, very passionate about Tabligh. He served as a national Tabligh team member under Usman Sab. He's also served as regional Nazim Tabligh and has gone on to serve as regional Nazim Tarbiyat as well. Mansoor Javed Sab from Middlesex. Mansoor Sab has served 2 separate terms as Qaid, currently serving as Qaid of Greenford Qiyadat. He's played an instrumental role in building unity amongst the Greenford Khuddam and has led them to be a strong Qiyadat. Alongside this, he has made a significant contribution to the National Majlis-e-Shura Ishat department as a Naib Muhtamim and also in the UK Jamaat National Tabligh departments. Nadeem Ahmed from Muqami region. Nadeem Ahmed has served as Naib Muhtamim, Tabligh and Naib Regional Nazim Amumi. He's previously served the Majlis as Nazim Mal for Muqami region, Naib Qaid of Inner Park, Nazim Ishat Muqami region, Naib Muhtamim Tehreek Jadid, Naib Muhtamim Khidmat Khalq and Naib Muhtamim Ishat under Usman Ahmed Sab. Qamar Ahmed from South region, currently serving as Guide of Bexley and Greenwich. Also, Qamar Sab has served in the national and regional Ziyafat team for many years. He is an accomplished cook and he was one of the head chefs at this year's National Ijtima. Qamar Sab is also a regular attendee for Isha prayers at Tahir Mosque, where he also covers Amumi duties on an almost daily basis. Lutfur Rahman Sab from Tahir region. He has been one of the backbones of Tahir region over the years. He served as Regional Nazim Mal, Qaid of Worcester Park, Naib Regional Qaid, Regional Tarbiyat Nazim, Regional Ijtima Secretary, Muhasib, Regional Muhtamid, and Regional Ziyafat as well. And all of this while he's also serving as a Naib Sadr in his local halqa. Kamaluddin Ayubi. So Imran Zafar Sab has submitted this short testimony. Kamal Sab started as his Nazim Amumi duties during Mirza Fakhr Ahmad Sab's time and has always been a very dedicated and hard-working Khadim. His ability to obey instructions and his willingness to ensure the team's objectives are met and the duties are performed to a very high standard. He's made many sacrifices while serving this department, and Allah has indeed blessed him for his efforts. Nurullah Chaudhry Sab. Nur Sab served as Naib Muhtamim Mal for more than 10 years and was instrumental in the core Mal department developments over that time. He always worked with thoughtful, humble spirit of sacrifice. Building on the skills and experience he developed in MKA UK Mal department, he's gone on to serve as auditor of Humanity First International, Jalsa Salana UK, and he's now serving as Naib Additional Secretary Finance UK. Nearly finished. Okay, I'm going to take slightly longer and slow down a little bit now for some National Amla members. First is Nasiruddin Shamsab. Nasir is also one of the longest serving and dedicated members of the National Amla and has served locally, regionally and nationally. He served as a Muhtamim Seti Jismani under the Sidarat of Mirza Fakhr Sab. He went on to serve as Muhtamim Amur Tuluba and Muhtamim Tabligh and then Regional Qaid of Islamabad. Since retiring from being a regional Qaid, he has served with distinction, adding his immense experience in the Itamad team. He's also worked closely with me in the Qaideen Forum Committee, where his knowledge and passion for training, administration, planning has been a huge asset to the committee and its activities. Dr. Sharjeel Tahir from Middlesex region served in the National Amla for a considerable length of time as regional Qaid. Middlesex from 2004 to 2008, Muhtamim Tarbiyat from 2008 to 2010, then going on to become one of the youngest Jamaat presidents at the time in 2010. Having achieved great distinction in MKA roles, he has still gone on to serve as Naib Regional Qaid and Regional Nazim Atfal, and he's been a great mentor and support for the current regional Qaid. He's organized, structured, persistent, and has huge attention for detail in his work. He's sincere and incredibly honest. Under his leadership, Middlesex won the Alme-Anami in 2005. This individual served as Qaid Majlis of Inner Park during 2014-2015, then as Qaid Majlis Roehampton Vale 2015-2016. He's the third regional Qaid of Masroor region from 2016 onwards. Under his tenure, the region was awarded Regional Khuddam Alme-Anami for the year 2016-17. They were the top region for attendance at National Ijtima 2 years in a row. I think all of the National Amla members will agree with me when I say that the recent success that Masroor region has achieved could not be associated with a more hard-working, humble and likable person. Of course, I'm talking about Amir Hafiz Sahab. Although I have presented a very short testimony about this individual who has achieved so much, this in itself is the biggest compliment that one can achieve. And Mia Sahab has asked me to emphasize those words from him. So this next individual, and these words are from Farooq Aftab Sahab again, all the way from Pakistan. Farooq Aftab Sahab has said that this individual is probably the longest serving member of Ittimad team. During my time as Mu'tamid, he was reliable and trustworthy and understood the issue at hand. A man of few words, but when he speaks, he speaks clearly and does not hold back. He would give his opinion and thoughts, even if there was disagreement. However, once the decision is made, he will follow that decision despite it not being in line with his own opinion. This is a reminder of us all of what true obedience should be. Nuruddin Ahmed Sahab.
Just a few words from me. I just wanted to thank Mia Sahab for giving me the opportunity to serve in the Majlis. The only bits of advice I'll give is prayers, writing to Huzur, and please remember in your prayers that although I'm leaving Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, that I may always remain a khadim to the Jamaat and Khilafat. Jazakallah.
This next individual has served for an incredibly long period in Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya as well. He served as a local Qaid, then as a regional Qaid of Middlesex region. He then went on to serve as Mu'tamim Khidmat-e-Khalq, Mu'tamim Sanat-o-Tijarat, and currently serves as Mu'tamim Tariq-e-Jadid. He also put all of us to shame, and at the age of 39 won last year's 10K run in Cumbria, beating some seasoned runners in the process. Some of his colleagues in Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya have described him as extremely humble, pleasant, and very talented, who put in a huge amount of effort into serving his region when he was regional Qaid. He always has an ability to get the most out of his Amla members and Qaideen without ever having to show any anger or harshness. Imran Beg Mirza Sahab.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. I haven't really prepared a speech, and I'm not known for giving long speeches either. But one of the things I noticed during today's presentation, as all of the Khuddam who are leaving Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya were presented these gifts, one of the things I noticed was I recognized the majority of them from a very early age, from the age of like 5 or 6, competing with them during national ijtimas in various competitions, and then of course working alongside them throughout my life within Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya. And it's strange because I'm sure I had friends outside of the Jamaat during the age of 5, 6, 7, but I really don't know where they are, and I've lost all contact with them. But these guys that we've seen come up today, I've known throughout my life, and inshallah I hope and pray that this carries on. So this is one of the beauties of serving and having an attachment to the Jamaat, I guess, is the relationships you build and the good company that you keep. The spiritual side of being a member of the Jamaat aside, I think it's an absolutely wonderful community, and we should never take it for granted that we're part of this blessed Majlis. Jazakallah.
This next individual has served as Muavin Sadr and Mu'tamim Mal for 4 years. Being Mu'tamim Mal is no easy job and requires a certain skill set. Despite his external demeanor, 6 years, sorry, sir. Despite his external demeanor, you may not believe it, but there really is a softer and perhaps sensitive side to him. And even if you disagree with him, and many have, you cannot help but develop a deep admiration, respect, and love for him. Because his love for Khilafat, his passion, and his dedication quickly become apparent, and you can see how much he truly cares and wants the best for the Majlis. He also happens to be an award-winning lecturer, a gifted and knowledgeable orator, a TV presenter, and is often consulted by senior Amla members for his knowledge of Jamaat literature and tradition and history. I'm talking, of course, about Farooq Mahmood Sahib.
Assalamu alaikum. Sir Sahab, Mia Sahab has instructed me to say a few words. I really don't think there's much to say. A couple of very dear friends, National Amla, asked me at lunch, they must have to say at least a couplet when you talk about things. And I said, which poet do you want? He said, Ghalib. And Ghalib is honorary Ahmadi anyway, because Khulafa mentioned him, so I think there's no harm in quoting a line from his poetry. He says, Ishrat-e qatra hai darya mein fana ho jana, which means the success for a droplet of water is when it becomes part of the river. The truth is that our success is only meaningful if the success leads to the collective success of Jamaat. And that is the objective of every Muslim. And we're very lucky to be under the canopy of Khilafat. And I'm sorry, it's nothing to be emotional about. It's just only transition. Age is a continuous variable, it doesn't stop. So Khuddam is just a name given to somebody who's under the age of 40, so there's nothing serious about this. All I'm saying is because mentioned about Khilafat, so I think Khilafat is everyone's life in Jamaat. And Jamaat is Khilafat, and Khilafat is Jamaat. But the truth is that this is responsibility of every Khadim and every Ahmadi Muslim to feel the true pain of Khalifatul Masih. Because Khalifatul Masih, in his heart, he's carrying the pain of the entire world. And our prayers are incomplete unless we pray for Khalifatul Masih. And I say so because our health is linked to his health. The health of Jamaat is Khalifatul Masih's health. So I'm sorry if I'm sounding a bit broken, but the truth is that's the only secret to success to life. That live and die at the feet of Khilafat. And also it's our responsibility that ourselves and everybody who meet in Jamaat, we should inculcate love for Khilafat in their hearts. Because love for Khilafat is something which could easily be transferred because they can see from their own eyes. As the Masih Maud says that Iman has 3 levels. The lowest level is ilmul yaqeen, that we have faith because we've heard about faith. Then it's ainul yaqeen, that we see something and believe it. With Khilafat, it's haqqul yaqeen. In fact, we go through on a daily basis in a person's lives how Allah Ta'ala changes the destiny of apparently a person who is useless in everything. That Khalifatul Masih's prayers could do those miracles which only words, no words can describe. Only you have to feel that. So please, my dear brothers who are still Khuddam, there's this very special relationship a Khadim has with Khalifatul Masih. And that relationship I will miss, because Khalifatul Masih's relationship with Khuddam and young people is more than anybody else. And that's by design, that's how it's meant to be. So please pray for me as well that I also become a servant of Khilafat and my children and my family also are able to serve Khilafat.
Last but not least, this individual has served as Naib Regional Guide of Middlesex for 6 years and then as a Regional Guide for 4 years. To have served 10 years in these 2 roles in itself is a huge testament to him. He then served as Mu'tamim Khidmat-e Khalq, Mu'tamim Tarbiyat New Ahmadis, and then as Naib Sadr. As Naib Sadr has been heading up a number of projects and committees, and one of which was the hugely complicated GDPR project this year, which he did an extremely thorough and impressive job. Mudassir Sahib is also a very engaging public speaker with an ability to engage Khuddam Natfal in the audience at their level. Mudassir Ahmed Sahab from Middlesex region.
उसके बाद तो क्या कहना है Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I'm just going to say a few things, a few short points, and I think these are things that I've picked up on over my short life, I guess, well, long life compared to you guys, but it's experience from serving on the ground from different levels, and I think I'm sure you've heard this many times before, but I think it's a very important point that we should reiterate. And the point is, all of us here are either office bearers or Khuddam who give their time and efforts for their guide and their regional guide and so on. And we are all given requests every now and then to do some task, some work. And that work that we're asked to do, it's not anything physical, it's not picking up a piece of box and putting it over there. What that is an opportunity. It's a very unique opportunity that I feel only really Jamaat Ahmadiyya members have, because when we pick up that box and we place it somewhere else and we do it for love of Khilafat, for our Jamaat, it becomes a source of blessings for us. And these blessings are not normal blessings. These are blessings that turn people's lives around, especially when you do it with taqwa and with fear of Allah. And it's very important for us to understand, we all, if we're in an Amla position and we have a guide who we report to, or a regional guide, or Sadr, or anybody else, of course it's important to please that person and to ensure that they are satisfied with our work. But we should never ever forget and always keep top of mind that the real purpose is to please Allah. If we work in a manner to please Allah, I can guarantee you, whoever your boss is will be very pleased with you. More pleased than any of your own actions could be. Last piece of advice I want to give is with regards to positions. It's when we have an office or a responsibility, and Hazrat has mentioned this on many occasions, the responsibility doesn't raise us, it lowers us. It makes us more humble and more willing to serve our brothers. So don't look at what titles you have or other people have. Don't look at what you have or don't have. Look at the manner in which you work. Are you working in the most hardest and the most efficient possible way? Are you sacrificing as much as you can? Are you working in a way which pleases Allah and pleases your brothers around you? Are you working with love and compassion? If you can answer yes to those things, then feel that you have achieved the best you can. Finally, I'd just like to request prayers for myself and my family and my children, that we're all able to, especially for my children, that they're able to serve Khilafat and Jamaat in a much better manner than I was ever able to. Jazakumullah.
That concludes the award ceremony.